Hey YouTube, welcome to another video from SkinnyMedic. I wanted to talk to you about this product right here. It says it's a tourniquet. I've seen several websites selling it as a trauma tourniquet. Seen it on eBay. I've even seen YouTube videos saying that this is a tourniquet. And guys and girls, YouTubers, this absolutely scares me, okay? This is not a tourniquet, okay guys? You could use this tourniquet for starting IVs, I'm not saying that, but this is not a tourniquet, okay? It will not create the amount of pressure that you need. It's not wide, it's not one-handed application. There's all kind of things I do not like about it. I picked this one up just for a couple of dollars off the internet just to take a look at it, just to show you guys. If you're applying a tourniquet to yourself, to your buddy, to a bystander, to a patient, whatever, you're doing it because you feel like it's a life-threatening injury, that there's massive hemorrhage. So if you're gonna put a tourniquet on, put a good tourniquet on, okay guys? I know they're expensive, okay, I do, and I know that you want to spend money in elsewhere for prepping or for your medical bags or for your vest or whatever, but you've got to spend some decent money at this, okay guys? If you tell me you're going to roll out with a soft T tourniquet, this is a soft T wide. This is just a soft T tourniquet here. Or the cat tourniquet. Or even a raised bandage. You tell me you're going to roll that as a tourniquet, I'm okay with it, okay? But if I see you using this as a tourniquet, that's going to scare me. This part does have the Velcro here that's supposed to hold under pressure, but you can see that I'm able to make it start to lose even by just as small as I am. In theory, this would stretch here, go over the victim's arm, and then Velcro, and you would use it as a tourniquet, okay? But there again, you can see, take the cat tourniquet. See how wide the cat tourniquet is? This is even smaller. The narrower the tourniquet you have, the more pressure you've got to create on the arm or the leg to get the artery to collapse, because you're trying to shrink the muscle around to make it collapse the artery. So the narrower the tourniquet, the more pressure you actually need to do that. So you'll see these are all about the same width. With saying that, that's why I say the raised bandage would work, because it is wider. So you don't need to create as much pressure on the artery and the muscle itself to actually create enough force to cut off blood flow from the artery. Guys, I have personal hands-on experience using the cat tourniquet to stop blood flow in a massive hemorrhage on extremities, and it's worked every time I've used it. I've talked to people who have used the soft T tourniquets and they've worked, okay? I talked to a gentleman who used them bilaterally on himself, and he is still walking around today. He was hit with an IED, and he used these on himself, and they worked. The advantages of these tourniquets here are you can do these with one-handed application, okay? So if you've got these on your buddy system, on your vest, you can apply these to yourself. I still haven't figured out how to apply this to myself. There's no way to do a one-handed application on this. You just can't. You can't, guys. It doesn't work. If you're going to spend the money and you're going to carry a tourniquet, which I think everyone should, they will save lives, spend a little bit extra money and get a tourniquet that is proven. Another thing I don't like about this tourniquet is it's rubberized. So the minute you get blood on your hands, you get blood on this, I think it's going to be really difficult to get a good grip to actually put pressure on it to attempt to cut off blood flow. So that's another reason why I don't like this. This is something that if there's massive hemorrhaging, there's going to be blood, you're going to get blood on your hands. I don't think you'd be able to get a good grip to actually get it around the extremity to cut off blood flow. I actually did try to apply this to myself on my leg to see if I applied it and get blood flow to cut off, and I don't. So even as small as I am, as small as my little chicken legs are, I can't get blood flow to cut off. So some of these operators, some of these bigger guys that are out there, there's no way this would get blood flow to cut off. These are just the examples of the tourniquets that I have available to me. I know there's one called the EMT, I believe. It's like a big blood pressure cuff. I played with it a little bit, but it seems really nice. It doesn't take as much pressure on the skin. It's really wide. It's just really expensive, so hence I don't have an example of one, but I have played with one before, and it seemed nice. It's a rubberized blood pressure cuff. Pump it up. There's also the SWAT tourniquet. It's a big rubberized band about the width of this. I don't have one to show you guys on video, but I've talked to guys who've used them and they like them. They're not so much for one-handed application. They're really difficult trying to apply to yourself. But if you're applying one to a buddy, from what I understand, they work outstanding. The SWAT tourniquet is not very expensive. The EMT tourniquet that I was talking about, the blood pressure cuff one, is very expensive. I think it's like a couple $100 if I remember correctly. So if you're willing to make a donation to SkinnyMedic for me to do a video on it, you let me know. You send me a PM. You make a donation, I'll buy it and I'll do a video on it. If you're wanting to use this as an IV tourniquet, yes, I think it would work. For those that are in the EMS field, you're looking for something, this would work for an IV tourniquet. Is this going to stop massive hemorrhaging? No, absolutely not. So, in my opinion, spend a little extra money, get a tourniquet that's been proven in the battlefield, and go with that. Use that for your system. Use that for your medical kit. Okay, cat tourniquet, soft T, release bandage, they've all been proven in the battlefield to work. So, spend a little bit of money, get yourself a nice tourniquet. You never know when it might save your life or save your buddy's life. Thank you for watching. You never know when you'll be the first responder.